Wow. Wow, nerds. We really got to talk. Marvel has been dropping some hot on us over the last few days, like the kid that works at the Mexican restaurant down the street from my house. I'm not kidding. We got to talk about it. Time for an emergency special edition of Nerdy News. Hey nerds, what's up? I'm Danny Santasy, and this is Nerdy News on Comics and Cosmetics. Wow. Okay, so first of all, we all know that Deadpool and Wolverine trailer dropped during the Super Bowl this past Sunday. And if you haven't seen my reaction, I enjoyed it. I thought the trailer was dope. I'm really looking forward to it. Ryan Reynolds always brings his A game when it comes to Deadpool. There's a lot of hype around this movie, but it is a little concerning that so much stuff was being leaked behind the scenes. So much. Usually that's a red flag. I mean, at least for me, it's a red flag when they are trying to generate hype by leaking these photos. I don't care what Ryan Reynolds posts. That was deliberate. They were posting that stuff deliberately, and you can tell because all of these pictures are incredibly good quality. They're close enough to get such good quality. Don't tell me about no telephoto lenses. They were looking right at the camera in some of these pictures. So they were trying to generate hype for this movie. They're trying to generate hype for the MCU, period. So I had some concerns. The trailer seems to have removed some of those concerns away. It looks really, really good. The ammo scene, pretty smooth, looks really good. It's coming out this July. I'm stoked. I'm here for it. Tell me what you thought of the trailer in the comments below. I've noticed, though, there's this really weird trend happening on social media with the trailer. Like his fourth wall breaking about pegging and Disney. People are getting personally offended and referencing She-Hulk and the Marvels. They're saying that, oh, She-Hulk did it first and she did it better. Tatiana Maslany did it first. First of all, no hate on Tatiana Maslany. I absolutely love her. That woman deserves awards. She's an amazing actor. Orphan Black is a phenomenal show. She played like a million different characters. You got to check it out. This has nothing to do with Tatiana Maslany. They dropped the ball on She-Hulk. Plain and simple. That could have been a phenomenal show, but they didn't do it right. It was messy, it was sloppy, and it pretty much treated women nerd fans like we're idiots and easy to satiate. So that is there. This has nothing to do with Tatiana Maslany or the She-Hulk series. In fact, Deadpool was doing the fourth wall breaking in live action like way before She-Hulk. No, this is not a personal slight on She-Hulk and Tatiana Maslany fans. It's just not. I don't know why people would get so personally offended about that. I'm confused. I'm confused. What does it have to do with anything? Not a damn thing. Okay. Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool has been doing this from the beginning. Deadpool is famous for fourth wall breaking. So is She-Hulk. Either way, that is some serious mental gymnastics to get so offended by people liking Deadpool breaking the fourth wall in the trailer. That took some doing. Good for you. I'm almost impressed. The Marvel's fans are getting super personally offended by people liking this trailer. Also, when he says, "My Marvel Jesus." People are getting so offended when people say that, oh my God, this is going to be the coolest thing that we've seen in the MCU for years. People are like, oh, but the Marvels had action. We had this. Well, that's wonderful. Great. Action movies should have action in them. But just because someone thinks this is better doesn't mean you have to like it less, or it makes the thing you like even less. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Marvels movie. I feel like that's another giant missed opportunity. There's a lot of holes Clearly, Monica could relate to Kamala's fangirling and hero worship of Carol and how that makes her feel with Carol having ditched her for 30 something years. That could have been a really good conflict that was resolved later. I really feel like Carol should have been bothered and felt really bad a lot more than she did about accidentally destroying an entire solar system and killing billions of people. And if it was that easy for her to fix their son, why didn't she do that 30 years earlier? And the musical thing totally felt out of place for me. You can tell a lot of stuff was cut out of this film, and it left a few things kind of like, okay, so that happened. Yep. The Marvels was a big missed opportunity for me. Is it watchable? Sure. Is it rewatchable? Not that much. So, why is it such a big freaking deal to fans of the Marvels movies that other people are enjoying the Deadpool trailer? Why does that? The two things have nothing to do with one another except that they're both Marvel movies. It just blows my mind. Let people like stuff. Sheesh. I, for one, am here for Deadpool and Wolverine. Totally looking forward to it. It's got some stuff in it that the MCU has needed for a long time. So, good job, Ryan Reynolds. You threatened to peg Disney. At least that's how I'm taking it. And then, yesterday, we get a gift from Papa Feige, something that we have been waiting for months, almost a year now, I would say, that we've all been saying, soon, they're going to announce the Fantastic Forecast soon. It's going to happen soon. They're going to do it. Here it comes. Fantastic Forecast is going to be announced. We've been waiting for almost a year for this official announcement. And it finally happened in what seems like a weird, soft way. Marvel posts this little Valentine image, and then Pedro Pascal, he shared it on his Instagram as well with the Beatles hit All You Need Is Love playing on it. And we see the first family of Marvel chilling in a living room, and they're looking very 1960s. I'm getting strong WandaVision vibes, which is why they chose Matt Shakman to direct. He did wonderful on WandaVision. But when we see the Fantastic Four, they have the faces of the official actors that are playing them. On a framed picture on the wall in an astronaut suit, we see moss-bachrach. And then the Thing seated directly in front of him reading a newspaper with LBJ on the front. So moss-bachrach is playing the Thing. We see Johnny Storm sitting next to him on a backwards chair, played by Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things. And lounging in a chair with her box of chocolates is Sue Storm, played by Vanessa Kirby. And behind her, looking happy as shit, is Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic himself, played by Pedro Pascal. It's a very 60s vibe. The movie is no longer The Fantastic Four, it's Fantastic Four. It's set in 1963. I'm here for it. It looks great. I know a lot of people are very iffy on this casting. This casting has exploded. It seems to be very polarizing. Which surprises me. It surprises me in a huge way. So many people were convinced that the Thing was going to be gender swapped to a woman. I told you for the last year, no, that's not happening. And I've not heard one person say, oh, so it's a dude. No, they're complaining immediately. And it cracks me up. As someone who is old enough to remember the backlash that immediately came out about Michael Keaton being cast as Batman. Yes, that was a thing. People were not pleased about that. We didn't have the internet. We had magazines, newspapers, TV reporters, and, we spoke to each other. I know it's crazy. It's an insane radical concept, but we actually spoke to each other face to face, had conversations. Yeah. We talked to strangers in stores about it. You know, someone was wearing a Batman shirt, like, "Hey man, do you hear Michael Keaton got cast as Batman? Like, what the fuck? Mr. Mom? Mr. Mom's Batman?" That was a big deal. It's a big deal. And then in the late 90s, Hugh Jackman was announced to play Wolverine. Well, that was a big to-do. He's too tall. He's too tall. He's too handsome. He's too handsome. He's not hairy enough. He's not. Now. Thank you. A few years later, it's announced Tobey Maguire was going to be Spider-Man. And I've been looking all over for this clip. So if you can find this clip, please, for the love of God, contact me. Please, I will send you a Comics and Cosmetics t-shirt or a mug. Your choice. Just please, if you can find this clip, I will be so grateful. It was right around 9/11, okay? Hugh Jackman hosted Saturday Night Live, and he did this skit with Jimmy Fallon and Horatio Sands, and it was at Jared's webcast in his dorm, and Hugh Jackman plays this huge dork with glasses and braces, and they're talking about how Tobey Maguire got cast as Peter Parker, and Hugh Jackman goes, "Tobey Maguire? What? Are you kidding?" He was voicing what all these people were saying. And it was so funny that he was the one who said it because, you know, he's been subject to this as well. But the point is, every single one of those actors were just chef's kiss. And they are now the gold standard when it comes to comic book movie casting. So it makes me laugh inward and outward when I see people lose their minds over casting like this. Like, everyone absolutely loved Joseph Quinn as Eddie on Stranger Things. Like, fell in love with him romantically and nerdily. They just totally fawned over him. And Pedro Pascal. Everyone loved him in Game of Thrones. I especially did. Everyone loved him in The Last of Us. Everyone loves him as the Mandalorian. I'm purposely not mentioning Wonder Woman 84 Maxwell Lord. I'm just going to skip over that. Everyone loved him in these other major roles. The man is IP gold. He nails it every time. Why are people so hating? Like, why are they so hateful on the Pedro Pascal casting? I think he can do it. I've seen his work in the past. I think he can pull it off. We've seen him play a TV dad so many times. I'm excited to see him play a TV husband and not die. Him and Joseph Quinn. That's awesome. Like, I'm super excited to see what these very talented actors bring to the table. I'm not hearing a lot of complaints about Vanessa Kirby. She is a very capable actor, and she looks like Sue Storm. Like, when I picture Sue Storm in my head, she looks like Vanessa Kirby. So wonderful. And Eben Moss-Bachrach, like, that was a fan cast for me. There's nobody better to pull off this character. Eben Moss-Bachrach is Ben Grimm. It's perfect casting. It's perfect. I'm just telling you, as someone who has been down this road for well over 30 years, give it time. Just wait until you actually see it. They haven't even filmed a frame yet, and people are like, just give it time, okay? I really hope that they stick with that 60s aesthetic that they have in that post. I love the logo. I love the uniforms. Please don't MCUify them. It's perfect. Leave it as is. I love the aesthetic. Like, there's no making people happy when it comes to casting stuff. There really isn't. You know what? I feel like there should be a public statement made when these things happen. Like, unfortunately, the actual Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Strange, and Ben Grimm were not available to play themselves on screen. So we had to go with actors. That might clear a few things up. July of next year is going to be like Nerd Super Bowl, like the penultimate Nerd Super Bowl. I don't really know much about important Super Bowls, so think of an important Super Bowl in your personal history and just pretend like that's what's happening for us nerds. That's what's happening. Nerd Super Bowl. When they announced the cast for Fantastic Four, they also announced we're going to release it early too. We're going to release it in July of 2025. Yeah. Oh, so James is dropping his little picture? He's dropping his Superman Legacy in July of 2025 too? What a coinky dink. Huh. No, I didn't think about that. Oh, Feige, you sly devil, you. This is good news, nerds. This is amazing news. First of all, okay, Marvel hasn't had any competition for all these years. DCEU, I love DC. You all know I love DC. However, the DCEU was never, ever quality enough to be actual competition for Marvel Studios. It just wasn't. Let's face the facts here. And Marvel knew that. Marvel knew they had no competition. So they just started putting out anything and everything. Didn't matter. They just threw it all out there because they had no competition and they could. And DC knew they were shit. They knew that they weren't any competition. So they didn't really even try. But nowadays, Warner Brothers and DC is throwing literally everything at Superman Legacy. Everything. Just say it. No, get that too. They're throwing it right at Superman Legacy. And Marvel is so close to like they were here, Marvel's down here. Okay? They were here, they're down here. So now DC and Marvel are actually competition for each other. And they're actually releasing major movies, big time movies for their studios at the same time. So they are actually on purpose competing with one another. This breeds one thing, and it's a good thing for all of us. Quality. They're actually going to try. This is good news for everybody. We should be excited that these two major motion picture studios are putting out two of our favorite things at the same time. The first superhero and the first family of superheroes. It couldn't be better news. This is amazing news, and you guys should all be super stoked. But tell me what you think about the Fantastic Four casting. The comments below. Don't actually say it to the screen. I won't be able to hear you. And this morning, all of us nerds wake up to yet another gift from our dear old Papa Feige. The X-Men 97 trailer has dropped, and it goes hard as hard. It's awesome. It looks so cool. And Gambit is like my animated character crush since I was 12, maybe. So seeing him back on screen and killing it, so stoked. It looks good. It looks like X-Men, and the music. This trailer is fire. And they've also announced that it will drop on March 20th of this year. So in a month, we're going to have X-Men 97. So this is like a huge week. This X-Men 97 trailer looks so good. I actually got like emotional, like I felt it. I'm really looking forward to the entire series. This is like the one thing that dropped that I haven't seen a whole bunch of complaints about. I did see someone saying something about Wolverine's voice, but it's not that serious, guys. Like, just wait until you see it. But the general consensus that I have seen about the X-Men 97 trailer is dope. And I'm stoked. I can't wait to see it. What did you think of the X-Men 97 trailer. I'm interested to hear what you guys think of it. Tell me in the comments below. I will respond, I promise you. But that's all I've really got for you guys today. I really just wanted to talk about those three major things. I know I normally kind of go through all the headlines with you just briefly, but I felt like this was something that had to be talked about. But I am out. I'm out, guys. I've been Danny. You've been awesome. I hope you have a wizard day, and I will see you in the next one. Remember, check under your beds tonight because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!